Your father agreed to protect Michael as long as you stay safe.
So you're my new guardian angel now.
Please, Johnny. Don't take any chances. Michael's life is depending on this.
Jason is gonna kill Dante unless you stop him.
How am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. Jason's your enforcer, you figure it out. Or the son that you claim to love is gonna be dead.
You know, it's funny. You would think, with all the time I spent with Jason, I know something about guns. I'm sure I know how to point and shoot. But Jason, well, you know, he's lethal with or without a gun. You should take this. You just may need it.
What's the point of carrying around a gun if Jason's as lethal as you say he is? I might as well just sit back and wait for the inevitable.
Yeah, but if anyone can stop him, you can, right? The dedicated cop? Going after criminals no matter who they turn out to be. And the law's always right, so that makes you right.
Well, I wasn't this time. I was wrong, right?
Oh, you knew what was best for Michael. You did.
Look, I can't even believe my arrogance, okay, when I look back on it, thinking that Michael's testimony and my powers of persuasion would be enough to make the judge not put Michael in prison. I mean, I'm sorry for playing with Michael's life like that.
You're sorry. You're sorry now.
Jason wants revenge. I'm not just going to sit back and let him kill me, but I understand why he feels the need. He has every right to blame me, and so do you, and so does Sonny.
I hate what you did. But you're not to blame for Michael being in Pentonville. I am.
Believe me, I don't want Dante to die, but Jason doesn't care what I think at this point.
If you tell Jason not to lay a hand on Dante...
I already did, back when I trusted Dante to do the right thing and not turn Michael in, and that was my mistake.
He wants to help
Dante
Michael.
told the court that Michael killed Claudia, and now what? Michael's getting 5 years in prison. 5 years!
Dante is tearing himself up about this. He's devastated. Does that not count for something?
You're not getting this. Jason was the one who took Carly to the hospital when Michael was born. He devoted himself to Michael. When Carly got pregnant, he stepped aside and let us give him a great life. Look at the great life that we've given him. I've exposed Michael to violence.
Then stop the violence. If you feel terrible about it, just tell Jason not to kill Dante.
Okay, look. For you, Lou, I'm gonna remind Jason, okay, that Dante is my son and that he's an honest, good person who's just trying to do the right thing. But here's the deal. Jason is best at what he does, and when he has it in his head to kill Dante, no one's gonna stop him.
You know, all that stuff you said in court about Claudia regretting getting Michael shot, you can carry that out for her. If you just be safe, you stay out of trouble, Michael's gonna stay safe. Johnny?
Hey, look, what happened to Michael was a perversion of justice. It makes me sick.
Okay, then help Michael now.
You're right about my father. All right, he's going to keep his word. He's going to protect Michael in order to protect me. It's a little ironic, isn't it? That Sonny's the one who should be paying the consequences for my sister's death, and I was willing to risk my life in order to get revenge, and now I got a free pass. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can steal Sonny's shipments, I can undermine his organization, whatever, he can't stop me.
So you're going to use Michael for payback?
No, not at all. Consider this full disclosure. I'm going to come at Sonny with everything I got. How he handles that, whether he decides to retaliate, that's on him.
But this whole thing started when Michael got shot because of your sister. Michael suffered enough because of your family.
You're right, and I got nothing but empathy for Michael. And I honestly do respect the lengths you go to protect that kid. But Sonny's not going to hide behind either of you. It's time that he pays for what he's done, and I'm not going to stop until I break him.
I've reached an agreement with Anthony Zacchara. He's going to protect Michael in Pentonville, but in return, I have guaranteed Johnny's safety.
Is Johnny aware of the arrangement?
I just told him.
Okay, look, As long as he knows to stay out of my way, keep his mouth shut, don't interfere with my business, doesn't define me in any way, what choice do we have?
Hey, Johnny Zakara is untouchable. Right now, it doesn't matter what he does.
Well, that's not acceptable.
What are you talking, Sonny? Anthony's protecting Michael. I mean, we're talking about Michael here, who just got sent to prison today. An 18-year-old boy surrounded by your enemies, my enemies, every freak in Pentonville. The kid doesn't know how to defend himself because I never bothered to do it because I didn't think we'd be in this situation, but we are. Michael is in prison and he's going to stay safe. I don't care if Johnny Zakara walks in here and burns your freaking house down. You're not going to touch him.
So you can't punish me, so Johnny's going to punish you for it?
This is not about you. It's about Michael and what we've done to this kid. You know what? Just leave Johnny alone. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, you know what? For Michael, I'll take Johnny to the opera. But you know what? You do something for me. Leave Dante alone. Michael is my son. The one I raised, the one who carries my name, and I love him with all my heart. And I hate what Dante did to him. It sickens me. But I'm not going to ignore that Dante is also my flesh and blood, and I'll deal with Dante my way. You leave him alone.
You wanted Ethan dead because you thought he beat up Christina. We're talking one beating from Ethan. We're talking 2 years in prison minimum, but for Michael.
But Dante's not the only one responsible. What about the judge? What about Claire Walsh? Even how many times do we tell Michael not to confess? We explain the reasons, and who did he tell the truth to? Dante.
Michael
That's
told
it.
the truth to protect you.
Just like I went to try to protect him. But these are my sons. Let me deal with that.
Dante lied to you. He lied to everybody else. I can't. It's ridiculous how you're protecting this guy.
I already told you, I hate what he did. Does not mean I'm going to let you kill him.
What you do is what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? I mean, that's the first thing that you taught me. It doesn't matter what you intended. It matters what you did. Freaking Dante gave Michael up to the court, got him sent to prison. I don't care if Dante's your son. He hurt Michael, and he's going to pay for that.
Okay, so if you kill Dante, I'll kill you or you'll kill me. Where does that leave Michael?
Did you get to see Michael before he left?
No.
Neither did I.
I saw him tonight. I went over to his loft. And there he was, staring at his badge and his gun. Like somehow they had betrayed him, you know, like that badge is the reason why Michael's in prison. It couldn't be dedicated, honorable Dante's fault. So I picked up the gun and I put my finger on the trigger.
Carly. What, did anyone see you enter or leave the loft? Was
He's fine. He's fine. And he's probably feeling pretty good about himself right now. I mean, I was brilliant, Jason. I took a page right out of Dante's book. I told him everything he wanted to hear. How it's not his fault that Michael's in prison. It's all on me because I chose to be with Sonny and I brought Michael into this dangerous life. But don't worry, I didn't lay it on too thick. I told Dante how much I hated that he turned Michael in. But I gotta tell you, the hardest part was not letting Dante know how much I despise him.
You don't have to worry about Dante.
And then there's Lulu. Man, it was priceless. She came over here tonight because she wants me to stop you. I'm supposed to ask you to keep away from Dante.
Okay, you asked.
I went to Lulu's apartment that night. Do you remember? Do you remember when we found out that Dante was hiding Michael and I went over there and I begged her to tell me where Michael was? I begged her to keep Michael safe. Mm-hmm. And she chose Dante. But now she's knocking on my door and she's begging me to look out for Dante. I'm supposed to be loyal to Lulu. I'm supposed to be merciful to Lulu. Because Dante's such a nice guy, because she's so in love with Dante, because Dante was only doing his job. I told Lulu that Dante would be safe. And that you wouldn't hurt him.
Carly.
And you're not going to. You're not going to lay one finger on that son of a bitch or his backstabbing girlfriend. You're gonna leave Dante and Lulu alone. Because I'm gonna make him suffer. Just like Michael's suffering.
How was Michael when you saw him?
Brave. Wonderful. Never once acted like he was afraid.
What'd you tell him?
That he could survive prison. You told me to believe, so I do. I told him that he was strong. And then he started teasing me. That's how Michael was dealing with going to prison. He was trying to make me feel better.
Sometimes it helps. I feel like you're doing something good for somebody.
Mm-hmm. He's a hero. You know, he's a hero. He saved Jocelyn. I couldn't stop Claudia from taking her, but he could, so why? Why, God, is this happening? Is this why he woke up from a coma, so he could just go to prison?
God has nothing to do with it.
God let it happen, Jason. We all let it happen. He was so brave today. I mean, there he was in an orange jumpsuit and shackles, and they're walking him out. He could barely walk, and he looked back at me and smiled like everything's gonna be okay. He looked so young. You know, he didn't look like a man, he looked like a little boy. And all I could see was every time that he fell and got back up and he looked at me like, Mom, everything's gonna be okay. But he was just a baby. You know, that's my baby.